I'm making this video because I am at my wit's end. We bought a 2017 Honda CR-V Touring Edition 1.5 liter turbo CR-V. Anyway, it had about 148,000 miles on when we bought it. We probably drove it for like a week, had no problems. We bought it used, weren't real sure of the history and the maintenance of the vehicle. So we took it into the local Honda dealership to have the transmission serviced and have it generally checked overall. Passed the inspection, got a new inspection sticker. They did the transmission service. I left and drove the car away. First stoplight I come to, it turns red. I'm the first car. When it turns green, I try to accelerate and move forward. The car goes in the first gear, starts misfiring like mad, and then stalls out. Won't go into second gear. I had to coast to the side of the road, turn the car off, and restart it. It worked fine. I was able to put it into gear and move. Fast forward a couple of more weeks, my daughter, it's for her, notices the car misfiring. I test drive it. I have the same problems. And when I tried to hard accelerate it to see what's causing the misfire, I get all of this mess. Every single light comes on the dash. Took it back to the Honda dealership and said, look, we've got this misfire problem that keeps happening. The car won't move. Throws every code on the car. They say, oh, it's the fuel injectors. Has 150,000 miles on it. It's got to be them. Replace all 4 fuel injectors. Drive the car away with less than a week. Same problem. Bring it back to them. Oh, it's the spark plugs and the coil packs. Replace all the spark plugs and the coil packs. Drive it away. A week later, same problem. Take it back for, I think, the 3rd time or the 4th time and say, what is going on? They test drive it a bunch and come to the conclusion that it's a PC valve tube, and it's cracked, and they think that's causing some kind of vacuum leak causing the problem. Replace, they have to order the part, doesn't have it in stock. It comes in today. We put that on. They recheck, the coil packs, the fuel injectors, everything, test drive it, works fine for them. We drive it not even a mile, come to the first stoplight, try to start, and the thing misfires yet again, stalls out, goes into first, won't go into second, coast to the side of the road, shut it off, every light comes on, and then you can drive it. You can't put any kind of pressure for hard acceleration. You have to kind of limp along. It's like in limp mode. And this problem keeps happening over and over and over again. All the Honda dealership appears to be doing is just throwing parts at it, and none of them are making a bit of difference in what's happening with the engine. And I can't tell if it's a transmission problem. It definitely misfires like crazy when you drive it. Here's the weird thing. If you put the cruise control on, the misfiring is either non-existent or greatly reduced. But if you're driving it manually, different story. And this is an automatic transmission, but I mean manually, like you're using your foot to accelerate and brake and not using the cruise control. That's when you notice the misfire. And it seems to happen when you are at a complete stop and you try to accelerate. That's when it triggers the problem. I don't know if anybody else out there has run into this and what the fix was for it, but I'm like $3,000 into labor and parts at the dealership trying to fix this problem. They seem to have no idea how to fix it. I'm looking for help from anybody else. I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear it, see it. You see all the warning lights, but it's misfiring as you're driving. Doesn't misfire at a complete stop though. And during all these problems, it's never misfired at a complete stop. It's only after you try to move forward. It's like there's something blocking the air to the vehicle, to the engine. And I read online that they had a problem with these vehicles, the 17s and the 18s, in China, and Honda issued a recall for those and had some sort of fix, but apparently it's not supposed to happen to the American ones. See, it's misfiring like crazy. Ying, 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 ying. It's just a joke. You know, and this is my teenage daughter's car, and she, of course, drives like a teenager, you know, not insane, but she drives about 200 miles a week, and the daggone thing keeps leaving her on the side of the road. And I'm terrified to have her drive it because I'm afraid she's going to have a massive accident when the thing won't accelerate, and if somebody behind her is not paying attention, they're going to run into her. Like, it just flat out dies. Like, you can't accelerate, move, it won't go into gear. It's like it just shuts down. Like right now, I'm misfiring right down the road at 30 miles an hour. Now it just died. So it just happened again. I floored it all the way to the floor when it started, and it just kept losing acceleration, no power, and it won't, like, you can hear the revs not going up, no sounds from the engine. So I've had to pull over to the side of the road, stop completely, and it'll probably restart where I can at least drive it. This is like just a joke. I mean, every light's on the dash. If I baby it, it should misfire less. Like right now, I'm not getting a misfire. But now I just got another warning noise. And I have to get on a pretty busy secondary road next. Here we go again. We're misfiring like mad. So I took my foot off the accelerator, if I push it back down, I'm having the same problem. This is just bizarre. Something restricting either the fuel or the air mixing with the engine. I know it's not spark because it's got brand new spark plugs, brand new fuel injectors, and brand new coil packs. So it's got to be the other two, which is oxygen and fuel. Now we're at a complete stop, and I've got to try to move forward. This is going to be fun. And I'm just going to put you down. This is my day off. What a great way to spend it. Thank goodness my daughter decided to go to the lake today. Thank goodness she didn't drive the car. You know, the poor thing thought it was her fault when she was first starting to drive the car. Nothing to do with her. It's just that there is something massively wrong with this fuel system. I would like for you to move forward. By the way, I have a giant tractor trailer behind me. we've been driving down Hull Street for like a quarter of a mile. It doesn't seem to be misfiring at this little stretch. Now I'm at a complete stop again. What is the deal? And I'm accelerating about as gently as I can get, and I've just got nothing but misfires. I'm at 35 miles an hour. My daughter had a unique term for it. She called it hitching. I didn't know what she was talking about. And now I know. But that's pretty accurate. You feel like you're on a horse and it's like bucking. And the misfire comes and goes. It is the strangest thing. But right now, it's not misfire. And we were at 45 miles an hour. AC is all working. The AC is set at 68. It's pretty hot. It's 84 degrees outside. The interesting thing is my wife is looking at buying a brand new CR-V with the exact same engine. And I'm like, maybe not. I mean, I realize it's a 7-year-old vehicle with 150,000 miles on it. I'm guessing the prior owner could not solve this problem, so he traded it in on a new vehicle. We bought it from a Mercedes-Benz dealership of all places. Car drove fine though, test driving it there, even for the week after we had it. All these problems developed after getting the transmission serviced. And it's just been it's just constant since then. Like I'm sitting at a complete, standstill for a few seconds and no misfires. Now I'm accelerating. No misfires. Now I've got them. So it started about 18 miles an hour, and now I've got it like crazy getting up to 30. I feel like I'm riding a horse. Now I'm decelerating, and of course there's no misfire. And I'm sure it'll throw the same, P0300 misfire codes. It'll be one on every cylinder. And it's got brand new fuel injectors, coil packs, and spark plugs. And a PCV. I'm hitching again, and we're at 28 miles an hour. Now I'm using my daughter's language. Hitching. Really new term. Right now I'm at 29 and it's not, but I barely got my foot on the gas. You try to accelerate hard, you always get it. And I've arrived at the dealership. Luckily it's that close to my house. Oh my goodness gracious. I feel sorry for the poor mechanic trying to figure this out because I can't figure it out either.